Hello, Frankie. How you doing? Let's see. Just adjusting everything here. Is that good? I'm ready for some Saturday night at the ballpark. Should I run it? Can I run the camera in tighter? Or is that good? Let me check it on TV. Just checking on the TV right now. I want to see how it looks. Do I have to come in tighter, or am I good? All right, let's see. Nah, that's good. I'm good. I'm tight on the sheet. Perfect. Okay, welcome to another telecast of Saturday Night at the Ballpark. You're watching the Under 2 ERA tournament. Tonight we have an elimination bracket going on between J.Horlen of the 1964 Chicago White Sox against R.Clemens of the 2005 Houston Astros. And we'll give you the lineups in a minute. For the visiting Chicago White Sox of 1964, we're in Houston tonight, and the ballpark dimensions for tonight's game for lefties is going to be 2 on the ballpark singles and 10 for the righties on the ballpark singles. On the diamond shots for the left side, it's going to be a 2, and for the right side, it's going to be 15. All right, so for the Chicago White Sox, and Al Lopez lineup looks like this. Mike Hirschbeck will lead it off and play center field. Don Buford at third, he'll bat second. Floyd Robinson, he'll be in right field, he'll bat third. Ron Hansen, the shortstop, he'll be batting cleanup, batting fifth. And in left field will be Dave Nicholson. Batting sixth at first base will be Joe Cunningham. Batting seventh, the second baseman, the mighty Weiss, Al Weiss. And Jerry McNerney is going to be batting eighth. He'll be the catcher. J.Horlen ninth. Pitcher, obviously. And that's the way the Chicago White Sox will look like tonight. Horlen in the year of 1964, and I did not write his, hold on a second, right-hander. That's the only thing I didn't do. He was 13-9 with a 1.88. 1.88 for J.Horlen. He's going up against Roger Clemens. Clemens was 13-8 with a 1.87 ERA. So this one could be a tight one. All right. So defensively for the Houston Astros, it's going to be left to right in the outfield. It's going to be Burks in left, Chris Burks, and in center will be Willie Taveras, and Jason Lane will be in right. The infield, first to third, it's going to be Bagwell, Biggio, first and second. Around at third, it's going to be Morgan Eisenberg. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And at short will be Everett. Behind the plate will be Brad Mussett. No, I got his name wrong too. Hold on a second. Yeah, Brad Mussett will be behind the plate, and on the mound will be R.Clemens. Okay, so we'll get underway here, and leading off for the Chicago White Sox, it's going to be Mike Hirschenberger. Berger batted .230 in 1964. All in a right-handed pitcher. And we're about to begin here. Here comes the first pitch of the ball game. This is an elimination game. Here comes the first pitch. It's going to be a 5-7 from the right side, and that's going to be an automatic strikeout. Looking, I gotta bring it down. So that's the first strikeout of the game for J.Horlen. Don Buford is standing in. He's a switch hitter, batted .262 in 1964. Let me move the camera. So Buford stands in. He'll bat from the left side. And here comes J.Horlen's pitch. And that's going to be a 2-8 from the right side. And that's going to be a split chance on a 1-11 on a home run. That's a 17. So Buford puts it into the gap, and given chase is Taveras and Lane. It goes to the wall. Buford rounds first. He's headed for second. And he'll go in there with a double. So a 1-out double for Buford. Oh, what am I doing? Where is Clemens? My God. My bad. Sorry, guys. And Floyd Robinson will step to the plate, batting from the left side. Floyd Robinson batted .301. He is the right fielder. And Clemens looks in from the stretch. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-9 from the left side. And that's a called strike 3. So Clemens picks up his second strikeout of the game. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and here comes Ron Hansen. Hansen batted .261 in 1964. Chicago White Sox were 98-44. They came in second place during that season. Here comes the pitch. And that's a 1-4 from the right side. It's lifted to right field. Coming underneath it is Lane, and he's going to make the catch in between a whole lot. And that'll do it for the Chicago White Sox here in the first inning. There was no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on. We played a half. 64 White Sox, nothing. And the Astros coming back. Alright. J.Horlen taking his warm-ups, and he'll be looking at the Houston Astros lineup of 2005. Here's Phil Garner's lineup. Adam Everett will lead it off. Craig Biggio will bat second. Batting third will be Jeff Bagwell. Morgan Ensberg will bat fourth. He'll be the cleanup hitter. Justin Lane will bat fifth. Chris Burks, he's going to bat sixth. Brad Osmus is going to bat seventh. Willie Traveris eighth. And batting ninth will be none other than Roger the Dodger Clemens. And I don't know why I did not write. Clemens, right-hander. What did I say? He was 13 and 8. Well, 1.87. And that'll do it defensively. Nichols in left, Hirschberger in center, Robinson in right, Cunningham at first, Weiss at second, Buford at third, and Hanson at short. And McInerney is behind the plate. Horlen obviously pitching. All right, so here we go. Bottom of the first inning, and leading off will be Adam Everett. Adam Everett, he batted .248. Starting shortstop here. This is an elimination game between both pitchers. So one's going home and one's advancing. Here comes the pitch. And that's a 3-12 from the right side, and that's going to be popped up in the infield, drifting towards foul territory, and the third baseman Buford is there, and he'll make the catch. One away. That's a foul out, and I always indicate the own. Means nothing right now, but I just know it. All right, here comes Craig Biggio, batting .264 in 2005. Right-handed batter stands in against J.Horlen, the right-hand pitcher. Here comes the pitch. Oh, I got the dries right now. I need something to drink. 6-9 from the right side. 6-9 from the right side. It's going to be a range play to short. And let's see what the range plays brings. Shortstop Hanson's at .222. He has errors on the 13 and 15 for an E1. A 3 for an E2, and a 3 for an E2, 17 and 18. Let's see what he gets here, and that's a 6 on the chart. So he's at 2 at short. And the total numbers are an 8, 2 on short on an 8, no error, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a ground ball out. So that's a ground ball to short, picked up by Hanson. He throws to first, and he completes the out of Craig Biggio. We go to Bagwell. Bagwell hit .250 in 2005. He's a right-hand batter, and he stands in. Horlen looks in, gets a sign by McInerney, and here comes the pitch. 111 from the right side. Ooh, and he plucks Jeff Bagwell, and that's a hit batter. 2 outs, and Bagwell will take first. Bagwell is not a base stealer whatsoever. He has no markings whatsoever. And Morgan Ensberg will stand in, the third baseman. He hit .233. Here's the power guy for the Houston Astros. And Bagwell's going to take a lead. And Horlen from the stretch, and he delivers. He knows Bagwell's not going anywhere. And that's a 5-5 right side, and that's a called strike 3. And Horlen gets Ensberg looking for the first strikeout for J.Horlen, and we completed 1. No runs, no hits, there were no errors, and a man left on. We played 1 here in Houston. It is the White Sox at 64-0. The 2005 Houston Astros 0. We'll go to the second inning. R.Clemens taking his warm-ups, and I need a timeout. I need something to drink, and we'll be right back. Stay over there. I'm in an awkward spot. Let me see. There we go. I knew this cable was going to be a problem tonight. I don't know why you still have these on the table. You gotta get rid of them. Alright, so where do I want to go? Okay, I want to move it over. And we'll go to the second inning in just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry for the delay. I had Chinese tonight, so that's not a good thing. All right, Frankie, did you play your next door neighbor? Okay, we go to the top of the second inning, and Dave Nicholson will lead it off for the Chicago White Sox in 1964. Nicholson batted .204 during that season. He's a right-hand batter. Clemens looks in, gets a sign by Brad Rasmus, and here comes the pitch. 4-7. Right side, 4-7 on a split, 1-6 on a single. That's a 10. That's going to be a ground ball chopped down to third. Ensberg scoops it up, fires across the diamond, and there's one down. 5-3 is the call. And Joe, what'd you do? How many games you played? What'd you do? Joe Cunningham will step in. He's batted .231. He's the first baseman. He's batting lefty. Clemens looks in, gets a sign. Asmus, he's not here. No. I did, man.
There's some screaming out there, that fox.
What screaming?
Fox.
Oh, okay. Red-tailed fox is alerting the other red-tailed fox that he's in danger, so he's letting out his bark. He beat me 3-0. I got stuck with a 24 Marlins. He had the 24 Phillies. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, the Marlins have 2 good pitchers on that team. Alcantara and the other guy. I don't know if Alcantara had a card in 24. Of course, he was on the disabled list with an arm injury. All right, let me stop shaking these dice because my arm is getting tired. And here comes Cunningham's pitch. And that's going to be a 2-7 from the right side. Split chance on a set, 1-7 on a single. That's a 2, and that's going to be up the middle and into right center field for a base hit. So Joe Cunningham, he has a 3 on the jump of 6 and 8, and that's not going to happen. So we're going to play straight up here. Now we'll hold him. He's a 15. He's a 12 on the run. So we're going to hold him. So I'm going to be in Altoona, Wisconsin on Thanksgiving for about a month. I might take a ride over to Menards and oh good, alright. Oh, for a month you're going, huh? Oh, that's a long time. Are you staying with friends? Alright, so here we go. Al Weiss, the mighty Weiss, stands in. He's a switch hitter. Batted .274 during the 64 season. The second baseman looks in against R.Clemens, and here comes the pitch. And it's going to be a 5-4 from the left side. 5-4 is a range play down at third. Ensberg. Ensberg is a .217, so he has to clear the 1 and the 2 off the 20. His ever rating on an E1 is going to be a 12 and a 15. A throwing error at E2, 16 and 17. Let's see what happens here with a runner on first. Range play roll is a 7, so no hit, and that's a 3. And I don't think that's going to do anything either. So he's a 2 on a 7, so that's going to be a G2. It's not going to be a double play, that's for sure. And he is a 17 at third base. And what's the numbers at 3? 17 on a 3, and we're good there. So it's a ground ball to third base, picked up by Ensberg. He throws over to Biggio for 1, and not in time to get Al Weiss at first base. So we'll make it a 4 out, 5-4. And now there's 2 outs with Al Weiss on first base. McInerney stands in from the right side. He batted .215 in 1964. Al Weiss, good heads up on the steal. 2 through 6 for an 18. Clemens is a -2, so it's going to be the hold, and the -2 is. The hold is a -2, the pitcher is a -2, that's Clemens. And Asmus is a 0, so it's a -4, 1 to 14. Let's see if we can get the jump on a 1 to 14. And he does not get the jump. The back number is a 14, but it goes down to a 10. ASAP and an 8. We're not doing that. We're going to spin for the roll here, and we got a runner on, and that's the havoc roll. I did not roll the havoc for these 2 guys in the first inning because I just don't know why. I just don't play the game right when I'm on line, I guess. I just worried about what's going on online, I guess, instead of paying attention to the game. 5-8 from the right side. 5-8's a range play to second base. And Biggio is going to be tested. Biggio is a 420. He has to clear 1 through 6, and he does. And now he is, I said a 4, right? So, off of 20, and what do we have here? 13, and we are going to have an error. Biggio muffs the ball, and everybody's going to be safe. So that's an E4 on Biggio, and he keeps the inning alive. So number 8. Let me just check it off the the sheet. Biggio's a 4 on a 20, so we get to G1, and it doesn't matter anyway, so it's 20 on the 4, 13 I mean on the 20. That's a 1 base error on a G1. Run off first. And it's only a 1 base advancement, is true. Alright, so 2 down, and Horlen's going to be the batter. Oh, that's great. Lambo. Oh, that'd be great. Good job. Yeah, do that. Great. Alright, Havoc. Nothing on the Havoc. Horlen's the number 1 card, and he batted 159, so he could definitely put the ball in play. And he gets a 1-4 from the right side. 1-4 is a swing and a miss, and Clemens picks up a strikeout, his 3rd of the game, and that'll do it for the 64 White Sox here in the 2nd. No runs. There was 1 hit. There was an error. And 2 men left on. And we played 1.5 here in Houston. It is the White Sox nothing, and the Astros nothing. All right. Okay. All right, it's going to be Jason Lane, Burks, and Asmas here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Lane's a right-hand batter. He batted .267 in 2005. Here comes the pitch by Horlen. 1-7 from the right side, ground ball to the left side. The shortstop, Hansen, picks it up. He fires the first, and there's 1 down. 1 away in the start the 2nd inning for the Houston Astros. And here comes Chris Burke. He's a right-handed batter. Chris Burke batted .248. And here comes his pitch. And that's going to be a 4-10 from the right side. 4-10 is going to be a ballpark. And the ballparks tonight, for the right-hand batter, it's a 10. That's a 1, and that's going to be a base hit for Chris Burke's 1-out single. Asmus stands in. He's a right-hand batter. He batted .258 in 2005. Chris Burke is a 3-8 off of 15. And what do we have? We got the hold. That'll make it down to a 13. Nothing on the pitcher, nothing on the catcher. So it is a 1-13 off the jump. Let's see if he gets the jump. 3-8. And he doesn't get it. It's a 10. So that'll take care of that. And I'll mark it. He didn't get it. All right. Havoc, and we do. We have a Havoc with a wild pitch on Horlen on a 4. Let's see what happens. 1-4, and that's an 11. No wild pitch there. Brad Asmus waiting for his pitch. Here comes Horlen's pitch to Brad Asmus, and it drops down as a 4-6 on the right side. 4-6 solid base hit into right field. Let's see what Chris has. 1-15. Right field, no arm on Floyd Robinson. And Chris Burke's going to go to 3rd base with no throw. It's going to be cut off. And we got runners on 1st and 3rd here for the Houston Astros in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Number 7. So 1st and 3rd for the Astros. And Willie Traveris will come up. He's a right-handed batter. He batted .291 in 2005. And let's see, right side has a lot of power. And let's get the Havoc. Nothing on the Havoc. And the defense is going to be playing back for the double play. And let's see what happens. White Sox are playing back. Here comes the pitch. That's a 3-5 from the right side, and that's a ground ball, tailor-made. Ground ball to second. Al Weiss picks it up. He flips to Hanson. Hanson over to Cunningham, and that's it. 4-6-3 double play. J.Horlen gets that ground ball. And he ends the inning on a threat. But the Astros come away with nothing. They get 2 hits, no runs, and they leave them in. And we play 2. Here in Houston, we have no score between the '64 White Sox and the 2005 Houston Astros. Two hits. Okay, so we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Be the top of the order for the Chicago White Sox. Mike Hirschberger will lead it off for them. Struck out looking his first time up. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-10 from the right side. 3-10's a ballpark. And Mike's a right-handed batter, so that's a 1-10. That's a 9, and he's going to lead off the inning with a base hit. A ballpark single for Mike Hirschberger, rather. And that's a leadoff single, so Hirschberger can get the lead. He has a 2 through 6, 11 and 12, but a backslash on hold on a second, I gotta look for something. A backslash on a 10. And Buford's the batter, so Buford is 1 for 1. He doubled, just missing a home run his first time up. And runner on first, so we're going to definitely try to get the lead here. And he has a good possibility of getting it, so let's see what happens. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. It was a nice double play. If infield was in, would have been a base hit. Had the plus sign there. And it's a 4. And he'll get that jump. 15 minus the 4 is a 1 to 11. And he has to go. So here's a 1 to 11. Mike Hirschberger is going to go. Clemens looks in from the stretch. Here comes the pitch to Asmus. And here comes the throw down. And it is a 2. He'll get the stolen base. Plus, Asmus is a 1, 2, 3, so there's a possible error, throwing error. It's on a 1, here it comes, and it's a 12, no error, so nice play by Everett, blocking that ball down, not allowing it to go to center field. So now we got a runner on second with Buford at the plate. Havoc, nothing on it. Clemens from the stretch. That account, subject to change. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be 3-9 from the right side. 3-9 is a swing and a miss, and Buford misses that outside slider for a strikeout for Roger Clemens. That's 4. 4 strikeouts for Clemens. Floyd Robinson will step in with 1 out, runner on second base. And that's an 8 minus 4 and 2. Well, I was thinking about third, but not going to happen. Havoc, and that's going to be a balk or a pass ball. It's going to be a pass ball, and it's a 1-2 on Brad Usmus. Let's see, 1 or 2, and it's a 12, so nice block. I played POP game 3 today. Oakland 6, Boston 1. Oakland leads to 75 ALCS 2-1. Jackson and Rudy back-to-back blast in the 6th inning. Very nice, Frank. Keep me detailed on what's going on in that series. All right, so we got a runner on second. Clemens from the stretch. I believe I rolled a havoc on that. And here comes Floyd Robinson batting from the left side. And that's a 6-5 from the left side, and that's a slowly ground hit ball to second base. Biggio comes in, grabs it to Bagwell, and he gets him out just by a step. Floyd Robinson gets down the line pretty quick, so that is a 4-3. And it moves Hirschberger up 90 feet, so that was batter number 3. And there are 2 down. With a runner on third, and here comes Ron Hansen. Hansen flew out to right field in between a whole lot. He didn't connect on a hit. And let's see. We got a wild pitch. Excuse the 6 side that came out of my hand. That'll happen from time to time. Clemens on a wild pitch is a 1-2. And that's a 15, no wild pitch. That's a foul tip. Lead run is 90 feet away, and that's Hirschberger. We got Hansen at the plate, batting from the right side. Clemens from the stretch, looks in, gets the sign, and he delivers, and that's a 6-7 from the right side. It's a high fly ball to center field. Gerardus going back towards his right, and he gloves it one-handed, and the inning is over. So the White Sox do threaten. They leave a man hanging on third on 1 hit. 1 man left on. We played 2.5 here at the we were at what's the name of the park again? I forget. It's Houston. Minute Maid. Is it Minute Maid or Minute Plus or whatever they call these ballparks today? They can't call them by the team name or anything like that. They got to get that money. Have to get that money, boy. I need a drink. Well, they do call him Mr. October, don't they? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, bottom third we go. Let me just smoke that off. Bottom of the third we go. And it's going to bring up Roger Clemens. Clemens batted .207 in the year 2005. He's at the plate. And that's going to count, subject to change. Here comes his pitch. And it's a 2-6. That 2-6 is a swing and a miss. And Clemens strikes out. J.Horlen's second strikeout of the game. And here comes Adam Everett, the right-hand batter. He fouled out to third base his first time up. And here comes the pitch from Horlen, and that's a 4-11 from the right side. That 4-11 is a ground ball to the left side, up towards the hole. Hansen gloves it, turns and throws and nails on that first for a 6-3. Nice play by Hansen to get the speedy Everett. 2 away. And here comes Craig Biggio. He's 0 for 1. Houjonen looks in, gets a sign, foul tip. And the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-5 on the right side. That 4-5 is J.Horlen's vulnerable column. That 4-5 is a split on a 1 to 11. That's a 15. That's going to be a base hit into center field. Hirschberger comes over, cuts it off, and he throws it into second, and Biggio will hold up. A wide turn by Biggio, thinking about stretching it to second. Hirschberger avoided that. Good defensive play, and here comes Jeff Bagwell with a runner on first, 2 men out. And Biggio's a 5 off of 19 with 2 away. And I'm not gonna steal here. And here comes Bagwell. He was hit with a pitch his first time up. Havoc, nothing on the Havoc. And the pitch to Bagwell, and that's a 3-9 from the right side, and that's a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. So Houjonen picks up a pair of strikeouts in the inning, and he has 3 on the night. And that'll do it for the Houston Astros. No runs, 1 hit. There were no errors, and a man left on. We played 3 here in Houston. We have no score. All right, we'll go to the 4th inning. Just in case you were wondering, and I know you are, Frank. Let's do all right, so how they got here for the Chicago White Sox, they went up against the 96 Marlins, and they went through 14 innings, and the Marlins beat them 3-2. That's how J.Horlen got here. It went to the bullpen. He got a no decision. Houjonen. Massey took the loss, but Houjonen went 9 innings on 5 hits, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts, 2 runs, and they were all earned. How Clemens got here? Well, very simple. He lost the game as well, and he went 8 innings on 5 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. 4 of those runs were earned. They played the 2021 Phillies, and the Phillies beat them 5-3. All right. So with that said, and I know you guys were interested in that, we go to the 4th inning, and Dave Nicholson, son, will lead it off. He's 0 for 1 in the game, and Clemens and Brad Osmus is looking on, and I won't say that counts. Nicholson, here comes the pitch, and Clemens, 5-7 from the right side, and that 5-7 is a called strike 3. Nicholson goes down on strikes. That's the 5th strikeout for Roger Clemens here in the 4th inning. Joe Cunningham singled his first time up, and Clemens' pitch to Joe Cunningham goes 6-8 from the left side, and it's lifted to right field, slicing over towards the line. Lane is coming in, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Fly ball to right field, 2 away, and there comes the mighty Weiss. The mighty Weiss stands in, and he is 0 for 1 in the game. He's a switch hitter. He's batting from the left side. And here comes the pitch. And that's a 2-4 from the right side, and that's popped up behind the plate. Brad Usmus going towards the back of the backstop, and he makes the catch near the railing, and that'll do it. Hal Weiss fouls out to the catcher, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for R.Clemens. And we are 3.5 in the books. So we have no score between the 64 White Sox and the 2005 Houston Astros. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And J.Horlen will take his warm-ups. Taking his warm-ups. Walt. Well, yeah, listen, he wasn't a type of guy that can get 2 to 3 hits in a game. Wasn't that type of hitter. He was more of a glove man. But he did come through in the '69 World Series, that's for sure. I think he got 1 or 2 key hits in that series. Okay, bottom of the 4th we go. It's going to be Ensberg, Lane, and Burke. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, J.Horlen finishes his warm-ups. And here we go. The righty looks in, gets the sign by McInerney, and here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-8 from the righty, and that's ball 4. So Morgan Ensberg, he works out a walk here to start the 4th inning for the Houston Astros. He's at 13. He has a lot going on. He has a 2 through 5, a 12, backslash on a 10 and an 11. 13, Clemens is, Horlen's in nothing. And McInerney is at nothing. It's a -2. So at 13, we'll drop him down to an 11. Not going to do it right there. Jason Lane is a terrible hit and run guy and a bunt guy. And he's at 13 on a run. I'm going to hold. And here comes the pitch. Here comes the Havoc. That's a 16. Nothing on that. Jason Lane, right-handed batter. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time up. Well, he hasn't had a clean inning yet, and he won't until he goes to the 5th. But we'll see. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-11 from the right side, and that's a upward triangle, as I call it. 1 to 6 on the split. That's a 20. He's not going to get it. It's a line shot to shortstop, and Hansen is right there to glove it for the first out. And Ensberg did take the lead, but he got back very quickly. Back to first base, so there's one down. And here comes Chris Burks. Okay, Horlen from the stretch. And that's going to be a balk or a wild pitch. It's going to, balk or a pass ball. That's a 6 on McInerney. Let's see if it goes past him. No, it does not. Ensberg takes the lead. Horlen from the stretch. Looks over. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-8. 1-8 from the right side. And that's going to be a base hit for Chris Burks. His 2nd hit of the game. Rounded 2nd and heading to 3rd is going to be Eisenberg, and he'll stop there. And we got 1st and 3rd, and Houston Astros are now threatening And now I think Frankie S. You might be right. He's bending a little bit with number 6. And that's first and third. Brad Usmus is going to stand in. And the White Sox are going to play back. They're going to go for the double play here. And let's see, Brad Usmus is 1 for 1 in the game. Here comes the Havoc. That's a 17, nothing on that. Here comes the pitch by Horlen. And that's going to be a 5-8 from the right side. And that's going to be a range play to second base. So the second baseman is the mighty Weiss. So let's see what he gets. He's a 2, E32. And that's a 6 off that 2 at second base. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so it's a right-handed batter. Okay, so his range is going to go up to a 3 here. So 6 on a 3. It's going to be a hashtag. He's holding. And if he's holding, it's going to be a base hit for Brad Usmus on a hashtag 3. 2 bases. Burke is heading for third. And coming in, Ensberg comes in to score off Brad Usmus. He is the catcher. So the Houston Astros finally break through, and they lead at 1-0 with first and third. And the Astros are up 1-0 here. And we got first and third now. What does White Sox want to do? They want to play in. Hou JR.Richard, good speed. Does not. Ground into double play. So I'm gonna bring him in. Bring him in. First and third. I got it, Frank. I got it. And that'll count subject to change, but I'm not going to do that because the Havoc has to be rolled, and that's a 19, nothing on the Havoc. And Willie Tavares is grounded into a double play his first time up. Yeah, I know. And here it comes. With the infield in, and that's going to be a 110 from the right side, and that's popped up. Drifting over into foul territory. Buford moving over towards the dugout, and he makes the catch on a foul out. That's a big clutch out for J.Horlen right there, because that'll bring up R.Clemens, and they'll move back now with 2 outs. That's a big out for the Chicago White Sox here in the 4th inning. Yes, it was. It was a huge out. All right, Clemens is up. The only thing they got to worry about is the Havoc roll right here. And let's see. Havoc is in, and it's a 19, nothing on the Havoc. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-9. And what is Clemens? He's a righty. You're correct, righty. So what did I say? 5-9 on the righty. 5-9, and that's a called strike 3, and Clemens goes down on strikes. It's a strikeout for J.Horlen. That's his 4th of the game, and that's how he ends the inning here. But 1 run did cross on 2 hits, and there were 2 men left on. We played 4 here in Houston. The Houston Astros of 2005 have taken a 1-0 lead. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Here in Houston, 1 run, 2 hits, there were no errors, and we have a 1-0 ball game going into the 5th inning. You're watching Saturday Night at the Ballpark. You're watching an elimination game, the under 2 ERA tournament between the '64 Chicago White Sox and the 2005 Houston Astros. It's Clemens against J.Horlen. So we go to the fifth. Okay, we go to the fifth inning, and it's going to be Jerry McInerney, J.Horlen, and Hirschberger here in top. So let's see what happens here. McInerney reached on an error his first time up, and that's a 1-9 from the right side. That's a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Clemens picks up a nice strikeout to start this inning. That is number 6 so far. And that is 7 in a row shut down by Clemens. J.Horlen will step in. Horlen struck out swinging his first time up. Here comes the pitch. And that's a 5-6 from the right side. And that's a swing and a miss. No, called strike 3. And that is strikeout number 7. And now Clemens is just in a groove right now. Struck out 3 out of the last 5 batters. Mike Hirschberger stands in. Hirschberger singled his last time up on a ballpark single. Stole a base and was left hanging at third base when the inning ended. Mike Hirschberger, right-hand batter. And the pitch. That's a 6-6 from the right side, and Clemens strikes out this side here in the 5th. 8 strikeouts for Roger Clemens. And that's 9 in a row, and he's in a groove right now. So that'll take care of the 5th. We're halfway through here in Houston. It's the Astros 1 and the Chicago White Sox nothing. Clemens is buzzing them now. Just jam my finger. All right, we'll get over that. 6/5 on 6-5 is still a strikeout, Frank. I might have said that, yeah, but it's 6-5, 6-6 is strikeouts. Thank you. I'll do that from time to time. There's no question about that. All right, so J.Horlen finishes his warm-ups, and I need some seltzer. Okay, we go to Houston's up. What am I doing? Bottom of the 5th we go, and it's going to be the top of the order. Everett, Biggio, and Bagwell here in the bottom of the 5th inning. J.Horlen finishes up his warm-ups. Here comes Everett. He's 0 for 2. Foul tip. And the pitch. And that's a 4-4 from the right side, and that's a catcher's X. Catcher's X. Just roll the dice to see what we got. McInerney is a 3-6. So he's a 14 on a 1 and a 2. So that's for the errors. That's an 8, so it's not there. So let me just check the card. Let me see. Probably a little tap in front of the mound, in front of the plate rather. So he's a 3 on a 6. 3 on a 6. It looks like it's going to be a pass or a pop-up. And a 6 on an 8 for the catcher. 6-8. Nothing going. Just to make sure. PP. When runners on base, but the pitch gets away, that's not in play right now. If it's a pass ball, does does not occur, the batter pops up. Okay, yeah. And that's a 2 and a P on a range play, so that takes care of that. 1 out. Biggio is the batter. Singled his last time up. Biggio 1 for 2, batting from the right side. Horlen's looking for his first 1-2-3 inning if he can get it. That's a 3-7 from 3-7 from the right side, and that's in between a whole lot. It's a ground ball to the left side. Hanson right there scoops up the 1-hopper, a blast from Biggio, throws to first and nails him. 6-3. 6 split chance on a double possibility. 8 was a split chance on a 1-13 home run. Doesn't get that. Gets to 7, and that's in between a whole lot. Jeff Bagwell will stand in. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his last time up. And the pitch. 2-8 from the right side, and that's as well in between a whole lot. It's popped up to third base. Buford's calling for it, and he's going to glove it for the out. So J.Horlen does get his 1-2-3 inning, and we completed 5 here in Houston. We played 5. It's the White Sox 64-0, and the 2005 Houston Astros 1. Okay, top of the 6th we go, and it's going to be Buford, Robinson, and Hanson here in the top 6. R.Clemens is hot right now, 9 straight, 8 strikeouts. Struck out the side in his last inning, and he has 4 strikeouts out of the last 6. Clemens looks in, gets a sign by Brad Asmus, and he delivers a 4-5. Buford's lefty, 4-5, and that's going to be a split. Off of Clemens, 1 through 6, that's a 4, and that's going to find the gap. Buford rounded first, he's headed for second. He's going in there with his second double of the game, so let's see how we're going to play this. Let's see how Al Lopez is going to play this. It's a leadoff double. And we're going to bring in the corners for sure. Corners in. And that's going to be an 8. And that can't happen. I think can steal him third, but that's not going to happen with Buford. So Floyd Robinson, it's going to be held, so everything goes up 1, I guess. No, the bunting goes down to an A, so I'm going to get the strategy card chart up, rather. Okay, all right, so Floyd Robinson's a left-handed batter. So the hit and run becomes a A, and the bunting becomes a C. A left-handed batter. Definitely has punch to the right side. It's going to be a tight one, and Clemens finally snapped out of 9 in a row. And Floyd Robinson. Make the call, Frank. I don't want to walk him. I don't want to put the I don't want to put the lead run on base. It's not a situational thing right now. So you really don't want to do that, because if the next guy, Hanson, hits a 3-run homer, that's like cutting your nose off to spite your face. I don't want to do that. He's a left-handed batter. He has punch to pull the ball to the right side. I also like the bumped in on a C and an A on the hit and run. But Buford could get nailed at third if he gets a BMP rather. And I'm gonna go with the bunt. Alright, we're gonna go with the sacrifice here. Corners are definitely in on Floyd Robinson. Okay, so what do we got? Alright, so he's going to be a C bunter. You mean if I intentionally walk him? Or let's just see what happens right now off the bunt. I want to get him to third. I want to get him to scoring position. I mean, I want to get him to third in the case of a sacrifice fly. And here comes the Havoc. Nothing on the Havoc. Alright, so I'm going to roll the 20 in case of a wild pitch pass ball. Oh, I just did that. What am I talking about? So I'm going to roll the 3 dice. I just did that. Sacrifice. And that's going to be a 2. It's going to be bunted right to the pitcher. Off a 6. Off a, what did I say, C? Oh, defense. The batter drops down a ball, and the defense has the option of throwing the batter out at first. Score with a sacrifice, or trying to get the throw to run it out. Well, these are 1-16, so I'm going to play it one. I'm going to play it safe. Robinson lays it down, and he sacks right in front of R.Clemens. Clemens picks it up. He looks at third. Now he goes to first, and he throws it out on a 1-4 put out. That moves Buford over to third from batter number 3. And that's what happened. So now we got Ron Hansen coming up, and wouldn't you know, he's 0 for 2, but those 2 fly balls with nobody on base. So let's see if we can get a third one. We need a hit. We definitely need a hit. I'm trying to get the Havoc in front of me, and that's a 3. No Havoc. And let's see, 1 out. Ron Hansen batting from the right side. Clemens from the stretch. Oh, we got a hanger. And now we got a 4-9 from the right side, and that's a strikeout. Clemens comes up big. Oh, he painted the black on the outside of the corner, and Hansen is not having it. And now Lopez is coming out from the dugout, and he wants to question that. And now the umpire is saying, "You're back, or you're getting thrown out of here." So that is strikeout number 9. And now Lopez is saying, "I'm getting my man. I'm getting my man." And they both walk back to the dugout. That was a huge strikeout right there for R.Clemens. And Dave Nichols needs definitely a clutch hit here now. So Clemens has his work cut out for him with this guy, because if he hits that 1 column, it's bye-bye, baby. And he does not have, he has a clutch out there on the 2-4. And that's it. Havoc. That was a slow Havoc. It was a 9. So nothing on the Havoc. Foul tip. And here comes the pitch to Nichols from Clemens. That goes 2-9 from the righty. 2-9, he swings and misses, and he strikes out. R.Clemens with 10 strikeouts here in the ball game in the 6th inning. And that'll end the threat from the Chicago White Sox. No runs. It was 1 hit, a leadoff double, and they leave him on. 1 man left on base. Yeah, he's the Rocket Man. He's definitely a Rocket tonight. A leadoff double, and they come away with nothing. the seltzer. And we'll take that. We'll take that at 7th inning stretch time, I guess. I ate Chinese tonight and my mouth is very dry. Alright, bottom of the 6th we go. Morgan Ensberg will lead it off, followed by Jason Lane and Chris Burke. And here we go. Houjohn looking for another 1-2-3. And the pitch. That's a 6-4 from the righty. 6-4 is a range play to center. So the center fielder Hirschberg's a 2-6. So let's see. He has to clear 1 through 3 off the 20. That's a 5. He's going to get that done. And that's an 8-9. And he makes the catch. No problem. 1 away. As Morgan flies out to center field. All right, Jason Lane stands in. He's 0 for 2. And here comes the pitch. Foul tip. And that's another foul tip, 0-2 on Jason Lane. And it's not a house rule, so if we did it the 3rd time, it wasn't striking out. It's just whatever. 6-8 from the right side. 6-8, chopped down to 3rd. Buford gloves it. He flies across, and that's a 2nd out. So 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Chris Burke stands in. He is 2 for 2 in this game. And the pitch. 3-7 from the right side. High fly ball to center field. Hirschberg is moving over towards his right, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. So Houjohn does get another 1-2-3 inning. And that is 8 put down by J.Horlen. We played 6 here in Houston. It's the Houston Astros of 2005 1, 64 White Sox nothing. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning. And top of the 7th, they had a leadoff miss home run by Buford in the 1st. Didn't get that. They had a runner on 2nd with Weiss, and they didn't come away. Well, they had an opportunity. It was a big error there by by the 2nd baseman, Biggio. And that could have opened up the floodgates. And then Houjohn, the 9th batter was coming up. He wound up striking out. Hirschberg led off the 3rd, stolen base, runner in scoring position, and then Buford, Robinson, and Hanson went down 1-2-3. And Clemens has been tough since that point. Up until the 6th inning when Buford led off with a double, and the White Sox could not get it done there either. Joe Cunningham will lead it off. He's 1 for 2 in the game against R.Clemens. And here comes the pitch. And that's a 5-7 from the lefty. 5-7's a high fly ball to center field. Traveris is on his horse, and just before the warning track makes the catch. Nice play by Traveris. 1 away. And then comes Al Weiss. The mighty Weiss is 0 for 2. Fouled out to the catches last time up. The switch hitter. Looking in on Clemens. And here comes the pitch. And that's a 3-7 from the right side. And he works out a walk. So the mighty Weiss gets Chicago on base with 1 out. And the mighty Weiss is a good base stealer. With McInerney is, well, he does have power from the right side. He needs that 2 column. Your call, Frank. Come on. What am I doing here? I need a bench coach. Am I stealing with Al Weiss? 2 through 6. Get him at the scoring position. You got the 8th and 9th batter up. trying to get to Horlen right here. What do you say? What do you say? It's a 1-0 game. I'm gonna steal. So it's a 1-14 minus the 4, 1-18, or for 2 through 6 minus the 4, 1-14. And that's an 8. That's a. What am I doing? Yeah, okay. It's a 6. So he gets the jump. It's a 1-14. Here comes the throwdown by Brad Usmus. And it's a 6. He gets the base. So the Mighty Wise steals the base here. All right, now we got another chance. We're on second base. McInerney struck out his last time up. Clemens from the stretch looks down at second base. He rocks, and now he delivers. And that's a 4 shot. It will count. And that's a 4. That's a 5-8. 5-8 from the right side, and that's a ground ball to the right side to second base. It's going to be a range play, and Biggio is the target. He's a 1 through 6 off the 20. And that's a 4. It gets by Biggio and into right field. But now here comes the error part. And now I got to reverse everything. That's a 9-10. And there's no error, so it's a base hit into right field. I'm pretty sure it's a 1-baser. What did I say? 4 on a 3? No, it's a 2-baser. It's a 2-baser, and now Weiss is rounding third. He's going to score, and we have a tie ball game on a range play by Biggio. His second one, he couldn't get to that. He erred the ball. How embarrassing. All right, so McInerney, he scores. That's a 2 for the catcher and an RBI. So good job by Al Lopez. And here comes J.Horlen. And the corners are coming in. So we're going to have a bunt play here for sure. Let me get the strategy chart up. No, there was no error. It was a base hit off the range. All right, so the bunting, McInerney. Hold on a second. What am I going to do with him? What am I thinking here? Oh yeah. All right. So sacrifice. All right. So the only problem here, he becomes a D. Becomes a D. And what am I gonna do? Swing away with a number 2 card. All right. So we're gonna go for the sacrifice here. And I'm going to roll the Havoc. Nothing on the Havoc. No, Frank, no. And I didn't have to roll 15. That's a 2. So who's that going to? It's going to go to the pitcher right in front of Clemens. And it's a 2-7, or it's a 7 off a D, and he gets the SAC, so he does a good job, Horlen. He'll get McInerney over to second base off number 9, and that sack will go 1-4, in case you're keeping score at home. All right, so great opportunity for the Chicago White Sox to grab two here. We're running on second base, and Mike Hirschberger is the batter. Hirschberger is 1 for 3. He struck out his last time up. Clemens takes his cap off, rubs his forehead, steps back on the rubber. Asmus squats down, gives him the sign. Here comes the Havoc. That's a 6, nothing on the Havoc. And here it comes, Mike Hirschberger's pitch from Clemens. And that's a 4-4 from the right side. 4-4 is a catcher X. So Mike Hirschberger might get another swing out of this. So it's a catcher X. And we're going to just bring up the charts for the catcher. Okay, so well, he can't get a hit off the catcher. We know that. So 17 is the error. So, and that's a 19 off of a 1-1 on the catcher. That's a 19. So it's going to be bumped out in front of the plate on the G1, and a 1 for the pitcher. So that's only a 17. So it's right in front of the plate. Rasmussen picks it up, and he throws to first for the out. So that's a 2-3 put out. Yeah, G1. My mouth is so freaking dry. I'll never eat Chinese food again, never. I'll never eat right there. Okay, and it's a 2-3 put out, and that'll end it. Yeah, sack, okay. And that'll do it for the White Sox, but they do get a run. On a 1-out walk, a stolen base, and a big base hit by McInerney on a range play that Biggio cannot get to. And it puts the White Sox on the board, and we have a 1-1 game on 1 hit and 1 man left on. We are at the 7th inning stretch. I don't think you're that stupid, Frankie. I think you're an intelligent man. All right. So we got a tie ball game. Horlen's still on the bump. And it was what? 1 hit? Yeah, 1 hit. And I don't want to look at it. Anyway, top of the 7th, they tie it up. And it's going to be Brad Asmus, Willie Traveris, and Roger Clemens here in the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm going to take a 30-second timeout. I'm going to get myself another can of seltzer. And we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Brad Asmus will lead it off, and he is 2 for 2 in this game. So Phil Garner would like nothing more than Brad Asmus to go 3 for 3. Horlen looks in, 8 in a row set down by J.Horlen, and he wants to continue that, that's for sure. And it's a 3-4 from the right side. Ground ball to the right side. Hou Weiss ranges over towards his left, clubs it, fires, and gets him at first. That's a 4-3. Will Traveris will stand in. He's 0 for 2. Horlen is now in his endurance inning, and he's rolling along here. That is 9 in a row. Here comes the pitch to Traveris. It's a 1-7. And that's a high fly ball to center field in between the whole lot. Moving over is Hirschberger. He's going to make the grab. And that's a second out. That's 2 away. And Clemens is going to grab the bat. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And J.Horlen's looking pretty right here. That could be another 1-2-3 inning, and that'll be 11 in a row if he gets Clemens right here. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, it's a 1-2, and he hits to the shortstop, and Hansen leaps up and nails it. So Clemens did put some wood on that, and he lines it right out to shortstop to end the inning, and that'll take care of the Houston Astros here in the 7th. We are going to the 8th inning in a 1-1 tie. You're watching Saturday night at the ballpark. You're watching an elimination game between J.Horlen and R.Clemens. Clemens with the 2005 Houston Astros, and Horlen with the 64 Chicago White Sox. Houston was 89-73 that year. They came in 2nd place in the National League Central, and they lost the World Series to the Chicago White Sox, of all teams. So R.Clemens will grab the bump again. Let's see. What he does here, he gave up a 1-out walk, and then he was challenged with a stolen base by the Mighty Weiss. And the Mighty Weiss got the job done to tie up this game. All right, so Buford is 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles off of Clemens. So he could be the guy. He is a strong 2-column. And if he gets that 2-8, he might have a shot. Here comes the pitch. 4-7, left side, 4-7. And that's a called strike 3. And Clemens gets his 11th strikeout of the night. And he got him with the backdoor slider. So that's 1 away. Here comes Floyd Robinson. He is 0 for 2. Sacrificed his last time up, batting from the left side. And the pitch by Clemens. And that's a 6-3 from the left side. And it's a high fly ball on a range play to left field. And that's going to be Burke. He's a 3-2. So let's see what he gets. And that's an 18. He's going to make the catch. And we got a 12 or 13, and there is no errors. But just to make sure, I just do this for some reason. I know it's an out, but 3 on an 18's an F3, and it's a 2, and there's no errors. So it's a fly out to left field, and that'll take care of Floyd Robinson here in the 8th inning. Ron Hansen will stand in. Hansen is 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. And he had a runner on third base on that strikeout, so that was a huge strikeout for Clemens. And that's a 6-4 from the right side. And that's going to be a range play to center field now. Traveris is a 2-3. And that's a 16. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to check for errors, and that is a 12, and he's going to make the catch. So that's it. R.Clemens goes 1, 2, 3 here in the 8th inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. And the score is still tied at 1 apiece. Well, we're going to have a nail biter tonight. All right, bottom of the 8th is going to be the top of the lineup for the Houston Astros, and Everett, Biggio, and Bagwell will try to get a run here in the bottom of the 8th inning against J.Horlen. Horlen, he can go to the 9th, and he's on a groove right now with 11 in a row, so let's see what happens here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Everett is 0 for 3, popped up to the catcher his last time up. And that's a 4-8 from the right side. 4-8, and that's ball 4. So Everett walks. And you know what they say, a leadoff walk in an inning will more than likely score at some point. So Everett is a good base stealer, an 18. And the Chicago bullpen is starting to get people up. And it's going to be Don Massey, and it looks like Fred Talbot warming up in the bullpen. This is a great game tonight for sure, living up to the hype for sure. Yep, it is. Well, I said it at the beginning of the telecast. They both had identical records. 13 and 8 with a 1.88 for Horlen, 1.87 I believe for Clemens, and it sure came into play here. But we are in the top of the 8th inning, and J.Horlen just gave up a leadoff walk, so we're going to go with the jump to see if we get it here for Everett. And he needs a 4 through 6 for the jump. And he gets it. So he gets the jump. And let's just recheck. -2, 1 to 16, he gets the base. Here comes the throw down by McInerney. Damn it. And that's 14. I'm going to call it a 14. And what did I say? 16, he's safe. He swipes the bag. Can you see that? Yeah, it's a 14. So now, we're going to play small ball here, I think. So Biggio will go C and an A on the hit and run. Let's look at Everett's back number is at 13. Minus a 4 is a 9. And 1 to 9, 45% chance of swiping the bag. I'm going to go sacrifice here. So I'm going sacrifice. And we're going to throw to 20. Let me get the strategy chart up. That's not you. Where are you? Okay. Alright, so we're going to go sacrifice here. Biggio is a B. He'll go to a C. Excuse me if you heard that. And we're going to roll the Havoc. It's a 15. So here we go. Sacrifice. It's a 5, and it's going to be down the right side, first base side, up the line, and that's going to be, what I say, C. On a 3, that's an SAC, and Biggio gets the job done. So it's going to be, we'll say SAC 3 to 4. And he moves the runner up, Everett, up 90 feet. Batter number 2. So just like that, Houston's sitting pretty with a runner on third with 1 out, and Bagwell the batter. What do you want to do here, Frank? I'm thinking intentional walk here. And it will be Ensberg to try to get the job done. Intentional walk sets up the double play. No, I know it's in. All right, you don't want to walk him to set up the double play. Okay, I get it. All right, so the infield is in. Okay, infield in for Bagwell. And let's see what happens. Horlen from the stretch. Looks over at third. And here comes the pit. Did I do the havoc? I don't think I did the havoc. Here comes the havoc. It's a 3, nothing on the havoc. Close enough though. I reckon Ernie made a nice save there. That's a foul tip. And if I ever get a chance to stop shuffling these dice, oh, it's not a wild pitch. I'm trying to get out of that habit of rolling the 4 dice. And if a habit comes up, I freeze the 3. I'm going back to the original way. Watching demos games in the morning, I says, let me go back to the way he does it. Okay, so what is it? What did I say? All right, so he swung away on a 310, and that 310 is a ballpark from the right side, and that's a 1 through 10, and that's a base hit for Bagwell. And the Houston Astros take a 2-1 lead. Bagwell first base. Oh my, Horlen. There it is. Ballpark is a 10 for righties, and that's a 1. I can't change a run coming in on the ground. Wait, let me check that. You're right. In. No, not on the ballpark. Nope. No. Not on a BP. All right, so Ensberg is going to be the batter. Everett comes in to score, and Morgan Ensberg is the batter now with a runner on first. Infield is now back, set up for the double play. Here comes the havoc. Nothing on that. Ensberg is 0 for 2. And that's going to be a 4-6 from the right side. Base hit into right field. Bagwell's a 1 to 13. The right field is a nothing. So let's see what we're thinking here. No, but 1 out. So it's a 1 to 13 from right field, and he was being held. So it's a 12, right? It's a 12, nothing there, 1 to 12. I'm going for it. 1 to 12, Bagwell, the throw from third, right field, Floyd Robinson, here it comes. And it's a 5, and he gets in there. So Ensberg is a 4 on a big base hits. First and third, well, still 1 out now. And I believe that's going to be it for Horlen. Yes, indeed. it's going to be done. So the White Sox are going to go to the bullpen, and we'll be right back. All right. What am I going to bring in? Who's coming up? Righty. All right, so I used Mossy the last time, but it does get people out. We need to get out of this inning. And Talbot, Eddie Fisher, maybe. Wait, Wilhelm. 27 saves. It's not a safe situation, but it is a safe situation to get out of this inning. And here it comes. Hoyt is coming in. Hoyt is coming in. Wilhelm. Right-hand batter. Thrower. Right-hander. And what did he do in 64? 12 and 9 with a 1.99. If he had at least a start, he could have been in this tournament. But Hoyt Wilhelm is coming in. Horlen goes, what, 7 1/3. Two hits here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits. 1 walk. 2 walks. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. And the book is not closed on him, so he has what's going on here in the 8th inning. So Hoyt Wilhelm will stand in for J.Horlen, and Jason Lane will step to the plate. So we're gonna 1 out. We're gonna push the infield in again. It's still 1 run. It's a 1-run game. And here we go. Jason Lane, 0 for 3, has grounded out his last time up. So here comes the pitch, the Havoc. Nothing on the Havoc. And here comes Lane. Infield in. And the pitch. 3-12. 3-12, and he walks him. First batter, and he walks him. Now we got bases loaded. Well, maybe he did want to walk him. You never know. 5. All right, so now the bases are jam-packed. 1 out. Chris Burke is the batter. And bases loaded. Excuse me. Loaded. We're gonna load them up. All right, infield in. Damn it. Infield in, and Burke's the batter. So Burke is 2 for 3. I have a feeling. I just have a feeling that they're going to open it up right here. And that's a 14. Nothing on the Havoc. And the pitch. Nothing on the Havoc, and that's a 3-12. And that's a ground ball A with the infield in, loaded, 9. The batter is out, the runner on third is out, double play, and the inning is over. So it goes who's it hit right to the pitcher. He goes 1-2 and 2-3. Oh no, you're not the you're out 2-3. 1-3 rather. And the inning's over, but the Houston Astros scratch out a run on 2 hits. They leave a runner. And we're going to the 9th. We're going to the 9th, and we'll have Horlen. And Horlen is just one run right in the 8th. One run. Alright, so Clemens looking for a complete game here. And he's going to go against Nichols, Cunningham, and Al Weiss here in the top of the 9th inning. Nichols, he's the only one that could pop one here. Look at that card on the 1 column. 1 column is dangerous, and that's what Roger Clemens trying to avoid. Dave Nichols stands in. He is 0 for 3, struck out twice, and his last time up. Top of the 9th. Well, let me just write this down. 1. I forgot how many hits. 2 hits. Okay, so Nichols, he's looking for that 1 column, and if he doesn't, he wants Clemens' 4 column. So let's see what happens. Pitch. He gets a 3-5 from the righty, and he draws a walk. So they got a lead-off walk here in the 9th inning. We got to be smart about this. So Nichols is not a great base stealer. And Cunningham is not one for power. And let's see who we can bring up against Mr. Clemens. All right, so I'm looking for a runner. I'm looking for a big runner. And I'm going to get one. Jim Landis is going to run for Dave Nichols. So Landis and the Moose is going to draw on a bat here. So we got a pinch hitter coming up. And we have a pinch runner. So 5. So Landis is the pinch runner. Landis is the pinch runner. And we're having a pinch hitter for the 6th batter for Cunningham, and that's Scouring. Pinch runner, a pinch hitter. All right, so Cunningham is out of the game. So Landis is a 1-17, and I need a timeout, fellas. Yeah, and I'm sorry. Actually, I'm the only one in the room. Timeout. Okay. Big Bill Scourin is going to step to the plate from the right side. And Scourin, what did he do that year? I went back to 282. Shit. 282, 17 homers. Interesting. All right. So we got a leadoff walk, nobody out. Clemens. Jim Landis. I just went with his running speed, so I'm hoping Bill can do something here. They're holding him on. He's a 3 off of 20, and being held 18 plus Clemens. 16. Should I try for the jump? No backslash. Should I try for the jump, Frank? I know it's getting late. It's almost midnight. 3 off of 20. And if it doesn't get it, I know that one's gonna fucking. Oop, excuse me. Didn't mean to curse. I know that one is gonna hit. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Decisions. All right, we're gonna go unreliable. Havoc, nothing on the Havoc. Bill Scourin stands in. He's a right-hand batter, batted 282 in 1964. He's going up against R.Clemens. And here comes the pitch from Clemens. That's what I'm doing. And that's a 6-8 from the right side. Ground ball, shortstop, and that's going to be a tailor-made 6-4 to 3, and that takes the wind out of the Chicago White Sox right here. 6-4. 6-4. My God. My God. Oh boy. It was 6-8. Ground ball, shortstop, and now I'm going to need another guy to bat for Mr. Al Weiss. Al, I got to take you out, buddy. Got to take you out. Pete Ward will step in, pinch hitter. Number 7. Pete Ward, batted 282. Why am I doing it that way? 282. Ward. Pinch hitter. And here we go. It's going to be Ward against Clemens with 2 outs here. And that's the pocket. The 2 pocket for Ward will get it done some way, somehow. He has a 2 on a 4. He has a home run on a 2-4, diamond shot on a 2-6, and a diamond shot on a 2-10. That's all he needs is the 2 column. 2-4 is the hot columns for this at bat. Here comes the pitch, 2 outs. Clemens. And he does get the 2-4. No, he gets the 2-3. And it's a base hit. Oh, man. He just missed it. Pete Ward with a single. Oh, my God. He just missed it by 1. 2-4. Clemens. Oh, God, two. That was big. Now what do you do? McInerney, he has a strong two column as well. Diamond shot on a 2-5. Split home run on the 9. Split on a 14. 1-14 on the 9. And a diamond shot on the 11. So let's see what Chicago's getting hot now, I think. I'm ready for bed. Here we go. Gary McInerney stands in. He is 1 for 3 in the game. The pitch by Clemens. He's looking to close this out. 5-5 from the right side. That's a strikeout for Clemens, and the ball game's over. And he will advance to the 1-1, and J.Horlen will be eliminated from the series or the tournament. McInerney, strikeout. Damn. Looking. What's that? 12 strikeouts. Good performance by Clemens. Good performance by Clemens. Gets a complete game win on 1 hit. They leave a man, and the ball game is over. 2-1 victory for the 2005 Houston Astros over the 64 Chicago White Sox. They had their chance. Brought up the Moose to try to get it done, and the Moose hits into that 6-4-3 double play. And that, they said, the White Sox did have their opportunities in games that left men on. And you're welcome, Frank. You're welcome. I'll talk to you during the week. I know you want to get to bed. All right, so that'll do it. I'll give you the recap in just a minute. Oh man, 2-1. Fucking Clemens. All right. Clemens. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need the pitching card, hitting card. All right. So how long is this video? My videos usually go. That's 2 hours. Yeah. All right. So let me do this real quick. No runs. 1, 2. Hits for the White Sox. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is correct. For the Astros, 1, 2, 6, no runs. Close it out. Astros 2, 4, 5, 7. Just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. That is correct. Errors by the White Sox. I don't think there was an error. No errors. And I know no errors. 7. I know Biggio made an error. Checking 4 errors. And there was only 1. So 1 error. 1 error. Clemens goes 9, gives up 6 hits, 12 strikeouts, and how many walks? I don't think he walked any. Oh, he did. 2. All right, 2 walks, and that run was earned, so 1 run and an earned run. So Clemens the winner. Win. Clemens. And he is 1-1 in the tournament. Today's date is the 22nd. I started the game on the 22nd. And 25. Go to the other side of the card. Horlen will lose this. Nothing for White. He goes 1 2/3, I believe. No. He goes 2/3. I gave up a walk. No strikeouts, no hits, no runs, and 1 run in the 4th was earned, 1 run in the 8th was earned. So 2 and 2. And he's the loser, loss, Horlen. Then he goes to 0 and 2, and he's eliminated on 11, 22, 25, and the anniversary of JFK, I believe it was on this day. I'm pretty sure that it's a sad day in this country, but terrible. And that's it. Alright, so it is over. Clemens will advance. Horlen is eliminated. Horlen went 7 in the 3rd, 7 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. Hoyt Wilhelm came in 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a walk, no strikeouts, no hits. Clemens gets a complete game. He goes 9 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts, gives up an earned run. And that is it. On Thursday night, we will, Thanksgiving Eve, we'll have a special. And, who's the game? I forgot. Did I write it out? No, I did not. Alright, so it will be a 1-0 bracket. And it's going to be, I think I have it posted already. It's going to be the Houston Astros of 1980 against the 1911 New York Giants. It'll be J.R.Richard and Christy Mathewson for Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve night. On the Wednesday night, I'll be back doing another telecast of Saturday night at the ballpark, and if you attend that game, and there'll be a giveaway. If you watch the telecast and you're in the room, state who you are, and you'll be getting something from Stratomatic. So that'll do it until Wednesday night here at Saturday night at the ballpark. You're watching the under 2 ERA tournament. It was Clemens against J.Horlen. Clemens winds up winning it and advances to the 1-1 column. Horlen gets eliminated, and that'll do it for this telecast. Until Wednesday night, I'll see you guys soon.